Tashi Namo Buddhaya, and good evening to my in-person guests, as well as my brothers and sisters who are joining us online, live, as well as those who are going to join us offline at some opportune moment later on. So thank you very much for coming, and I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time, the trouble to come and listen to the Dharma and experience guided meditation. So my name is Tashi Choedron, and I'll be your guide for today. And today's topic is Vedananupassana. Vedana in Pali means feelings. So Pali is the language of early Buddhism. And then, of course, we have from the Pali text, we also have later Buddhism, Mahayana. Mahayana uses Sanskrit. And then later on, when it crossed Central Asia, the Gobi Desert, and reached China, and then the texts were translated into Chinese, and then Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, etc. And then also, as it went to Tibet, Bhutan, it was translated into Tibetan. So we have many different texts, but this teaching today is actually rooted in mindful practices related to early Buddhism, which is what the Buddha, historical Buddha, directly taught. And it comes from the Satipatthana Sutta, right? So let me not let's not get so afraid of all these sutras. And the guided meditation will be made very simple for you. So just in case you are not aware of pranayama, so I'm going to start today with pranayama. But before that, I would like to invoke the blessings of all my teachers, and I would like to take refuge in my teachers so that whatever that I teach will be accurate and reflect the actual intent of the enlightened ones. So, if you could put your palms together, and whichever spiritual tradition that you belong to, I would welcome you to invite your teachers, your prophets in mind, your gurus, and divinity, and then you take refuge in your teachers to get the blessings for us to start something auspicious this evening. Sake Choedron Soki Chok Nam La Jang Cho Bardu Dai Ni Chap Suchi Dagi Jin Soki Pe Shue Nam Ki Drola Ben Chir Sangi Dro Par Sho Sangye Choedron Soki Chok Nam La Jang Cho Bardu Dai Ni Chap Suchi Dagi Jin Soki Pe Shue Nam Ki Drola Ben Chir Sangye Dro Par Sho Sangye Choedron Soki Chok Nam La Jang Cho Bardu Dai Ni Chap Suchi Dagi Jin Soki Pe Shue Nam Ki Drola Ben Chir Sangye Dro Par Sho. Until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I and all my kind mother sentient beings as vast as the skies go for refuge to the Gurus, go for refuge to the Buddhas, go for refuge to the Dharma, go for refuge to the Arya Sangha from the merits arising from the practice of generosity, morality, patience, effort, samadhi, and wisdom. May I become a fully enlightened being, a Buddha, for the benefit of all living beings. Simchen tamche dewa dan deve jodan de bara joje donga dan donga ge jodan de bara joje Dongye me pe dewa da pa da me da ware juji ni rin cha da ni dan da we ta nyom chen po la ne pa re ju ru ji. Sin chen tam che dewa dan de we ju dan de pa re ju ji do nga dan do ngai gi ju dan da ware ju ji. Dongye me pe dewa da pa da me da ware juji ni rin cha da ni dan da we ta nyom chen po la ne pa re ju ru ji. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and from creating those causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the bliss of the true nature of mind. May all beings be equanimous, free from the extremes of attachment and aversion. Sem chen nam ki sampadan lo ye je da je ka wa che chung thu mon te pa ye chue ki ko lo ko to so. Okay, so once again, welcome. So let us set a very good motivation that we will be doing our guided meditation today, not for oneself alone, but for the benefit of all living beings, right? So, because if we practice only for ourselves, then the positive potential that we gain will be very little. But if we practice for the multitude of beings that are in the entire universe, in all the different realms of existence, whether seen or unseen, yeah, whether they are in the sky or underwater, on land, on not even on this planet. So we bring all of them to mind, whether they are alive or they have passed on. So we bring all of them to mind, including our loved ones who can't be with us today, but we really want them to benefit from mind training techniques, and all those who have passed away, whom we remember so fondly and we have deep gratitude for. So we bring them to mind, especially our parents of this life, and with the idea, with the understanding that from the Buddhist tradition, we believe that every sentient being has been our mother, father, brother, sister, or somebody related to us in a past life. So therefore, there is no one who is a stranger. None of us in this room are strangers. Is a stranger to each other. We have known each other before. That's why we come back. We meet each other at some point in time. So there's no such thing as coincidence. No strangers. We have solidarity with every living being because we have met before, and we are continuing our journey together. Everyone is on a journey, and no one's journey is easy. Everyone is fighting a battle inside, and therefore these guided meditation, they were devised in order to help each and every one of us along the path, to make our journey smoother by giving a helping hand or just being there for friends. So I really hope and pray that this guided meditation session will bring you much benefit. So with the motivation as vast as the ocean, as vast as the skies, that you're going to practice today for the benefit of all living beings. Therefore, we will start this meditation proper. Okay, thank you very much for listening. So, as I mentioned just now, we are starting Vedananupassana today. So, we have actually done Kaya Nupassana. Actually, it's Vedananupassana. It's not Vedananupassana. That is wrong. Yeah. So, it's Vedananupassana. There is no sati added after the teachings on feelings, and there's no sati added on the teachings of death, for example, sorry, death here, there is, but the kaya nupassana. It's not kaya nupassati, it's kaya nupassana. So, which means that we are actually contemplating on the feelings as they arise. So, this is the basic idea. Uh, 4 sessions ago, we contemplated on the sensations that are arising in our body. So we looked at every part of the body from head to toe. And then we started to go very deep into each technique so that we will be very much in touch with our bodies. So here we bring the teaching of mindfulness into practice. So as I've mentioned in one of my previous classes, this is the class number 7, by the way. And each time you come in, it's a new lesson, but still we bring back all techniques For example, we are going to do pranayama again, the breathing exercises, and we must ground our meditation in mindfulness. So there was an entire class, if I'm not mistaken, it's class number 3. You can go back to the videos and check, which I talked about mindfulness in very great detail. So just to summarize what mindfulness means is to remember to be with the object of meditation. So if your object of meditation is the breath, so you remember to be with the breath. Should you forget the breath when your mind has gone into the past or the future and grasping at things that you like or pushing away things that you don't like, once you remember, you bring it back to the breath. So gently bring your awareness back to the breath. So whenever your mind has wandered off, be kind to your mind. We are not judging, so it's non-judgmental awareness. So we refrain from putting any judgment on our meditation practice. So we let ourselves just be and interbe with one another, and with the heart full of love and joy and acceptance, first and foremost for ourselves, we will start the meditation. Okay, and sister, if you have difficulty sitting down, you may sit on the couch. Yeah, okay. So there is no hard and fast rule that you must sit on the floor, but it will be better if you can sit on the floor, because when we sit on the floor and we sit in, if you want, you can sit in the lotus position, which is very difficult. You can sit in the half lotus position, or you could sit in sukhasana like how you're sitting now. This is the Burmese style. You can sit in the Burmese style, and this is your half lotus position. Yeah. So you could sit in, and this is sukhasana, which is called the happy posture. So it's nice. Okay, so I'll be happy. So let's be joyful about it. So meditation is, it's fun. Meditation is all about coming back to ourselves. Yeah. So we have been grasping at things outside of ourselves for the longest time. So nature actually dictates that every human being must come back to ourselves. By understanding ourselves, we will be connected with oneself and with others and with nature, and we are nature. So human beings are not apart from nature, we are nature. And by coming into meditation back to ourselves, we get direct realization, direct experience that we are elements of nature. So the idea of a separate self arises because we are not in contact with ourselves. And when we are not in contact with ourselves, we do not know the way we exist. So when we do not know the way we exist, we think that we are separate from nature, and then we start, harming ourselves, harming others, harming nature. So in order to live in harmony, to achieve that balance, nature is in a state of equilibrium. It's balanced. But we are not in a state of equilibrium. We are swayed by our feelings. So when we have a pleasant feeling, we go and grab. When we have an unpleasant feeling, we push. And then when we have neutral feelings, we are just, you know, like for example, if that person is somebody that we don't know, somebody is hurt, and we don't know that person, or somebody, a third person passes away on television, we don't know that person, so we have a neutral feeling. So from the Buddhist point of view, feelings, aka Vedana, feelings can be divided into three. So you have a pleasant feeling, you have an unpleasant feeling, and you have the neutral feeling. But all these, this neutral, unpleasant, pleasant, and all these things, the neutral feeling is there because we don't care. Basically, we are apathetic. Yeah, so we are not really interested. So we have that neutral feeling, right? But if an object, the closer the object is to us, the more we develop attachment, and then the feeling becomes more and more intense. So if somebody who is very close to us is hurt, we will be very hurt ourselves, right? If somebody closest to us is very happy, we will be happy. So we are always in a state of like, dislike, happiness, unhappiness. So that's why we are always like puppets on a string. So our existence on this planet, yeah, as human beings, is dictated by none other than our monkey minds. The monkey mind is actually pulling the string. And what is it that is driving the monkey mind is something called a mental defilement called ignorance. So this ignorance, which is what we don't really know what we are doing. So basically we go around doing things automatically in automatic mode, autopilot mode, and we hardly realize what we are doing. We don't really know what we're doing. Why? Because we are not mindful. We don't remember that we have to stay in the present moment. So in previous classes, I thought when you wash the dishes, know that you're washing the dishes, and if your mind wanders away, come back and say, I know I'm washing the dishes. Now you're sitting here in meditation. You know you are sitting in meditation. When you're driving a car, you know you're driving a car. When you're walking, you know you're walking. So basically, what happens if we walk down the street and we're not grounded in our footsteps. We don't feel the ground. We don't know what it feels like, the sensation for our feet to be touching the ground, or for our hands to be touching the steering wheel, or our back to be resting against the car seat, or what it feels like to be touching the meditation cushion, because we are so out of touch with the present moment. So only by remembering where you are, what you're doing at each moment, moment to moment, you remember what you're doing. That is called present moment awareness. And that is the only moment which is truly available to us, the only moment for us to live in true happiness, without grasping, without expectation, without going to the past, without being blown into the future. So we are like weeds, when the wind comes, we will go to the past, go to the future. We like this, we grasp. We don't like that, we push. So human beings are always fettered in these four states of mind. So, what is the driving force behind these four states of mind is a mental defilement called ignorance. So, we think we know the teachings, right? If you ask a Buddhist practitioner, everybody will tell that I know what ignorance is, avidya in Pali, or avidya in Sanskrit, right? So, but you just intellectually know. So, when you know something intellectually, it doesn't mean that you will practice it, right? So, mindfulness helps to bridge the gap between intellectual understanding and direct experience. And for mindfulness to manifest, you need an object. And that object can be your breath, can be your feelings, can be a sensation, it can be a visualization, it can be sound, it can be smell, it can be anything, but you have to focus single pointedly at one object to the exclusion of everything else. So, because we have the natural tendency for our minds to grasp at the five senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind will grasp at nice sights, nice sounds, nice smell, right, etc. So, that is the reason why our mental energy is all dissipated and we are so miserable at the end of the day. We are so tired. Have you ever wondered why we are stressed and why we are mentally drained out? Yeah. So basically, using handphone a lot, all these things are external. So we are actually grasping at external things. So we are clinging to things that are external, and we are seeking our happiness from external things. So naturally, external things will drive us up the wall, and it will drain our mental battery out, because we are always grasping at something. Because when you grasp, guess what happens? The moment you grasp, you start to there's a certain consciousness that arises with hearing, with smelling, with seeing, and then after that, when that contact comes together, what happens is that feelings arise. And when feelings arise, then we start to attach. And when attachment arises, then we start to grasp and cling to it as if it were, and it's real. And then after that, we create the causes and conditions for suffering. So that's what we call karma. So if we don't react to external things, the nice sound, nice smell, and all, it's not that we cannot enjoy. We can enjoy it. Enjoy it mindfully. You're fully enjoying something, like I'm enjoying my breath at the moment. That is under the power of mindfulness, but not under the power of ignorance. Anything that you do on autopilot mode under the influence of ignorance will generate karmas, right? And those karmas are most of the time negative karmas, because there are three mental defilements that you must understand. First is the root cause of our suffering, which is ignorance. We don't really know what's going on in our minds. So when you don't know Therefore, you can't do anything about it. You think it's normal, right? Grasping at the five senses is normal for everyone. But when somebody tells you that it's not really desirable, you have to come back in, do introspection, come back to your natural self, and you see the difference. The mental energy levels will skyrocket when you actually go back inside rather than grasp at external things. And once you have ignorance, ignorance is the inherent sense of I. You're ignorant of what? You're ignorant of what? You're ignorant of the way we exist in this world. We exist depending on causes and conditions. We do not truly exist as we are. We think we exist like this flesh is me, the five aggregates is me, you know, the I, sorry, the earth, water, fire, wind element, and then of course the feeling element, the perception, the karmas, and my consciousness. All these lumped together makes a person. So the person is not the flesh, the person is not the nose, the person is not the eye. But we think, we are so attached to our bodies, we think that it is this eye. And everything that we do from birth until death is to protect this eye. You know, sometimes even the person that we love the most, if something happens to two people at the same time, we will save ourselves first. Because self-preservation is innate. Yeah, because that is controlled by ignorance. So if we don't want, uh, you know, to suffer, we don't want to be an autopilot mode. So we must know how our minds are tricking us every single moment. So our minds are telling us the ignorance is there. Is telling us there is an I. There is an I. There's an inherent self. Is an inherent I. And what happens when there is an I? When there is an I, there will be a you. So that dualistic mind comes when there is I. And where does the I come from? I comes from ignorance. So ignorance will manifest an I that does not actually truly exist on its own. The I actually is like a bicycle that's made out of parts. So we think that we are one and one unitary entity when we are actually made up of parts. We are interdependent. We are dependent on everything for our living, and we are impermanent. So we are constantly changing. By these three factors, it's enough to debunk the myth that we are actually truly existing entities. We exist only depending on conditions and causes. When those causes and conditions cease, we also cease to exist in this form. But it doesn't mean that we don't exist. We exist, but not in the way we think we do, right? So now, when I exist, you exist. Then I will be friend with you, and then both of us, and then we go against you. So it is us versus them. When I exist, then I would want something. This I has to live. So when you want something, then you start to grasp. So that is attachment, greed. So that is the second mental defilement. And then when you don't get that object, then you get angry. So that is hatred. That's another mental defilement. So in Buddhism, we have three poisons. The first poison is ignorance, the second poison is attachment, and the third poison is hatred, right? Anger, hatred. So avidya, avijja, and then of course lobha, and then it is dosa, which is our the anger. So now do you understand? So the moment you have ignorance, the other two come as package, like buy one free two, like that. So you have ignorance, then you will have attachment because naturally you want things, and when you don't get something, then you get angry. So all these three, we are just going round and round and round and round. And if you've ever seen a Tibetan tanka of Bhava Chakra is the wheel of samsara. The wheel of samsara has this like a Yama. Yama is the god of death. So all of us are actually circling. It starts with the three poisons, and the three poisons are depicted by a snake, a pig, and a rooster, right? So all these three are going round and round, and then after that, the six realms. So we keep on coming back again and again because our desires never end. And our desires never end is because of ignorance. And ignorance ensures that you don't come back inside you. Ignorance will make you grasp at everything else outside there except coming back into ourselves. That is the reason why we must practice mindfulness, because mindfulness will bridge the gap between ignorance and what? No. Ignorance and and enlightenment. So basically, mindfulness will allow us to uproot ignorance. So first, it will allow us to see ignorance for what it truly is. And how are you going to see ignorance? Can you see ignorance? Can you see air or not? But you know air exists. How do you know air exists? Vince, how do you know? When you breathe, you know it exists. So when you see the trees blowing, you know there is wind, right? Correct? So it can only be inferred through a third entity. In the same way, ignorance can also be inferred. You can't see it, but when you look at your mind, you can infer ignorance arising from the different mental states in your mind. How your mind grasps at things is you can start to think, why does my mind always react in this same habitual tendency, same habitual pattern? So there must be some driving force behind it, and that driving force is none other than ignorance. So suppose that I give you an option, whether 5 minutes to do meditation or 5 minutes to look at your handphone. Which one will you choose? You will choose handphone. So why? Because you have not seen how ignorance is trying to take you away from going back inside here. So all living beings, especially human beings, are actually, you know, prisoners. Yeah, we are prisoners of ignorance. So the moment we know ignorance and what it is, we look at it directly through our meditation. Then the next time we are actually like sort of like mm, dissolving that ignorance a little bit. Just think of ignorance as an ego rock in our heart. Each time we see our states of mind and see how the ignorance manifests, it will slowly, slowly fizzle away. And one fine day, we will uproot the ignorance just like how we uproot the weeds and ignorance. The moment ignorance is uprooted, you will never grasp at something again, because ignorance causes attachment, and that attachment arises hatred. So all these three are going round and round and round you. Our job is to uproot the ignorance, and then the greed and the hatred will disappear on its own. So now, do you understand the basic logic behind Vedananupassana? So Vedananupassana. So Vipassana is an insight. Yeah, you look at it inside. Vedana is feelings. So what we are going to do today is directly look at your feelings through guided meditation, and keeping in mind that when you look at your feelings, you will know something will tell you to go away from your mind, from that object. There is a driving force behind you to say that, I'm hungry. Let me do something. I need to, just want to shut down. You don't want to meditate. You want to sleep. You don't feel good anymore. That you look at your mind, and then you will sense, you can infer through the way you resist meditation, the way you resist going into your own mind. That driving force is called ignorance. Just like how I know that there's air, and I know there's air by inferring there, right? In the same way, you will know ignorance. Want to try? Yeah, fantastic. So, okay, so everyone back straight. So, if you are already starting to have issues with your back and so I think we need to first relax. Can we do that? Yeah, just relax. So today I want to actually go through something which is value added, I guess. So I want to talk to you about progressive muscle relaxation. I noticed that some of you have aches here and pains here, so I was wondering, how can I help you before we really dive into Vedananupassana? Okay? Now, progressive muscle relaxation is not a Buddhist technique. Okay, I must give credit to this gentleman who was an American physician called Edmund Jacobson, right, in the 1920s. Okay, so relaxation is very important, and after that we will do pranayama. So now we do progressive muscle relaxation, right? So who's to say that we cannot incorporate other wonderful techniques? Yeah, so we always learn. So we must always think whatever technique works for us, we have to accept that technique. And I love this technique, so I want to share it with you. So it's a preliminary practice to settle our body. So now, okay. So are you comfortable? So now your right hand over your left hand. Okay, and then you put your two thumbs together. So the idea is like this. So I will ask you to focus on a particular limb in your body. I will ask you to hold it, like give it a bit of tension, tense up a little bit, then after that you release. Tense up a little bit and then you release. Okay, if it gets too overwhelming, you don't have to do it. Can we start? Hmm? Everyone? Okay, very good. So now let's start with the feet and the toes. So now you need to curl your toes, curl, curl, curl. Yeah, I need to show them. Curl your toes. Okay, so when you curl your toes and you tense your feet, you hold for a few seconds. So let's say we hold for 5 seconds. Okay, let's set a time. So curl your feet and then tense up a little bit for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then release. Okay. So initially it will feel a little bit stressful, but the end result is very relaxing. Okay. So now you flex your calves. CALVES, calf. CALF for one calf. Yeah. Not the cow type. So your calves, then hold the tension, and then for maybe 3 seconds is enough. 1, 2, 3, and then release. Okay, calf. Okay, and then you want to try. When sitting down is a bit difficult to do the knees. Why don't you try? We try our thighs. Okay, so try just to tighten your thigh muscles, tense it up a little bit. So you give a bit of tension. So when you're giving a bit of tension to your thighs, you can feel your body becoming straighter, your spine becoming a little bit straighter. Okay? So please ensure that your shoulders are not tense. I'm only asking you to tense up your thighs and nothing else. Okay? So let's go through it. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Shall we do once again? The thighs. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. So once again, breathe in. So we tense up the thighs. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Okay, very nice. Do you get the idea? So now we are going to tighten up the buttocks. Okay. So tighten. So tighten the buttocks for 1, 2, 3, and then release. Release gently, naturally. Okay, when you tighten, also you tighten it progressively, not one shot. So like this. So you tighten your buttocks again. 1, 2, 3, and then you release. Good. And then abdomen. Oh, sorry, buttocks one more time. Tighten your buttocks once again. Okay, and then release. So put a smile on your face, yeah? So tighten your buttocks once again. So focus on your buttocks. Wherever that you're supposed to tense up, you focus, and then you start to see how your body reacts to it. Can you do that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Tighten your buttocks and then release. Okay, good. All right. Wonderful. So now we go to your abdomen. So tighten your abdomen. 1, 2, 3. Put a smile on your face, yeah? And then relax. Good. One more time. Tighten your abdomen muscles. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Once again, tighten your muscles. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Wonderful. Okay. So now let's go to the next body part, which is your chest. Okay, so now you need to take a very deep breath. Okay, when you take your deep breath, you hold your breath, feeling the tension in your chest, and then exhale and release. Okay, like this. So you can actually do like this also if you feel uncomfortable like this. So maybe for the chest, it's good to put your thumb and your index finger together, right? And then remaining three fingers, and you spread it out. Rest your hands on your thighs, and then take a very deep breath, and then tighten your chest. 1, 2, 3, and then exhale and release at the same time. Got it? So once again, breathe in, tighten your chest, and then relax. Exhale. And when you're doing this, you must be aware of the sensations, yeah? How these sensations are affecting your state of mind. Please be aware. So once again, take a very deep breath, back straight, shoulders relaxed, smile on your face, and then, okay, tighten your chest. 1, 2, 3, and then exhale and relax. So you must be aware of what is going on when you are exhaling, and when you're tightening, you must know, and then you feel the difference, okay? You have to be in touch with your body one by one. So now we go to the hands and arms. So I would like you to clench your fists and tighten your arms. So whichever way you want to put it on, yeah, it's entirely up to you. Yeah, whichever is comfortable. So then clench your fists and tighten your arms and hold. 1, 2, 3, release. Okay, once again, clench your fists and tighten your arms. 1, 2, 3, release. Don't forget to watch the sensations, yeah, and also your state of mind when you're doing the the muscle tension. So clench your fist once again, and then tighten your arms and smile. 1, 2, 3. Relax. So you must be completely in touch with your body and fully focus on your arms and your fists. Okay, so now we will go to the next one. We will go to your shoulders. Okay, so now shoulders, how do we do that? So you need to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Can you do that? Can somebody do that? Show me. Yes, that's right. Okay, so you can shrug your shoulders upwards like this. Okay, but okay, like this, and then towards your ears. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and release. Wow, so good. Yeah. Once again, shrug your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, release. And don't forget to be aware of the state of mind and the body, how the mind and the body, how the mind reacts to the body, how does the body feel. Okay. Once again, shrug your shoulders towards the ears. 1, 2, 3, relax. Okay. Okay. 1, 2 more body parts, and then we are done. Okay. So now neck. So how to do the neck? So gently press your neck back onto the surface that you're resting on, but actually you're not resting on anything. So how should we do this? Usually we rest on something. So pretend that there's something here. Just pretend there's a wall behind you, and then you rest your head there. Yeah, and then you tighten your neck. Yeah, and then you hold it. Hold, then you release. Ooh, good. Once more. Tighten your neck. Pretend that there's something behind you. Then release. Once more. Tighten your neck. Whew, good. Okay. Face. Want to stay young? Smile more. Okay. So so you need to scrunch up your face muscle. Feels good. Yeah, better than a face mask. Okay. You put it. One, two, three. Release. One more time. One, two, three. Release. Okay, don't worry about how you look. I'm on camera. But anyway, yeah. So one more time, but please be aware of how your mind reacts to your body. Yeah, that's the key. One more time. One, two, three. Whew. Good. How do you like it? Do you feel it's stressful? Hmm?
Little.
Hmm?
Little.
A little, but overall, after that, there is some kind of a relaxation. So you need to get a little bit of tension in order to relax. It's strange, but it's true. Yeah. So may I know anyone, any other experience? Anyone wants to share? Did you notice the feeling of relaxation, like spreading through your body? You only notice one part of your body, right? But actually, what was happening that when you were tightening that one part of your body, the rest of your body was relaxing. Did you notice it? Let's do maybe clenching your fists once again and try to see. Experiment. So you clench your fists, you tighten your arms. That part of the body is stress one, two, three, but the rest of the body is relax. And then once you relax, the whole body relaxes. There's a profound lightness that you feel. Hmm. Okay. All right. So now I would like you to uh, visualize that you are in a beautiful garden with all your favorite flowers. You have a stream running through. Yeah. So I want you to wiggle your toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle your toes. Okay. Just want you to get in touch with your body and be and visualize, birds, bees, hummingbirds, sucking the nectar from the flowers. It's a beautiful day, and just stay with that visualization, and you are right in the middle of this beautiful garden. Okay, right. So now you're ready to do pranayama. So the rule of pranayama, which is the exercise, breathing exercise, is for you to concentrate, focus your mind on the breathing in and breathing out while doing some exercises. So, shall we um, raise our left hand? Okay, if you look at me once, you look at me. So, when you raise your left hand, you are going to block your left nostril. And when you block your left nostril, you'll be breathing in through your right nostril. So, you're breathing in, and then you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. So the key is like this, the instruction. So you block your left nostril, you breathe into your right nostril, and then you block your right nostril, you breathe into your left nostril. And then you breathe in again through your left nostril, and then you breathe out through your right nostril by blocking your left nostril. If you just observe me, you get the hang of it. Right? So once again, I just block my left nostril, I breathe in through my right. Breathing in, I tell myself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in and I'm focusing on the in breath and out breath. And then I block my right nostril and I breathe out. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. So what you can do is that you do this 3 times. Okay, then the cycle. So what is one cycle? I tell you. So block your left nostril, breathe in, and then block your right nostril, breathe out. That is one cycle. Okay, then no, sorry, that is half a cycle. Then you breathe in again from the same nostril and breathe out. This is one cycle. Okay, done. And you breathe in again. You block your left nostril, breathe out, breathe in through your right nostril and tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. You block your right nostril with your ring finger, breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So when you're breathing in and breathing out, put a smile on your face. Okay? Please continue to do it in your own time and space. Follow your natural breath. Don't follow my rhythm, your own breath, your own space, your own time. And I will sing for you. Okay? But when you are breathing in and breathing out, you must tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Meaning that you are aware that there is an in breath and there's an out breath. And if you really want some proof, you feel the sensation of the in breath going in and the out breath going out, touching the tip of your nostril. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that you're breathing out. So do as many times as you can in your own natural breath, in your own way, own time, own space. Relax, put a smile on your face, shoulders relaxed, and you just feel so happy, joyful. That's it. Okay? So breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you are aware that you're breathing out. In, in, wonderful. So I'll sing to you and you will breathe in and breathe out on your own. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release, present, moment, wonderful moment. Beautiful. Okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed the first part of our pranayama. So the objective of the pranayama is to balance your chi, your life force energy. In Sanskrit, we call it pran, right? Is to balance your chi because every day we go out into this world grasping at external objects. We are actually fragmenting our mental energy. We are dissipating it through leakages, and the leakages is through our eyes, our eye, ear, nose, tongue. All these orifices, when we start grasping at outside, is their leakages. So when you do your pranayama, you are actually replenishing that energy that has leaked out. Okay? And most of us are very low on energy, low on battery, very miserable, grumpy, sad. So pranayama will rebalance that. Whenever you are tired, wherever you are, whether you're sitting in the office or at home watching TV, whatever it is, waiting for your food in the restaurant, you can do pranayama, right? Why? Because when you feel that your mental energy is low or that your thoughts have dissipated, your thoughts are running wild, so pranayama serves to reduce that monkey mind, that these thoughts, wild thoughts, the conceptual thinking, too much mental chatter. You're reducing it by about 50% through pranayama and replenishing this vital mental energy. and life force energy. And later we will take out the stale air and energy from our body, which is the breath of fire. So now, second part of pranayama, you take your right hand, right? And then you put it on your left, like this. Okay, just the same as you did before, and you're sitting straight but without being tense. You're sitting in such a relaxed and joyful manner that no part of your body should be tensed. Just relax. You feel like you're some sort of a jellyfish or something. I just feel so soft, so nice. Yeah. Okay. So breathing in, you concentrate on your nostril. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. Okay. So tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in. Wonderful. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in. So you're solid as a mountain, as your hand posture is exactly like a mountain, and you're unshakable. All you need to do is just breathe in and out. There's nothing else to do, nowhere to go. And you're fully focused on the in breath and out breath to the exclusion of everything in this world. So whenever thoughts come of the past, future, likes, dislikes, anything that comes up, any sensation, like don't push away the thoughts, don't push away anything. Our job is not to suppress, not to control, not to follow the thoughts, yeah, but we are supposed to just gently bring our mind back without judging and relax and be at peace with ourselves and be at peace with our thoughts. The thoughts come, but they're not our thoughts. Sorry, they're not our thoughts. Do not, you know, take possession of what that does not belong to you. The thought is not you. The body is not you. So what is there to take possession of? So just enjoy the process. Breathe in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. And I shall sing for you once again. So at your natural pace, breathe in, breathe out. Suppose your mind has wandered into the 10 directions or into those 4 thoughts. Gently bring your mind back through the power of mindfulness. Mindfulness means remembering. Remembering what? Remembering your object of meditation, which is the breath. Don't forget your breath. Once you forget, you have no more mindfulness. So, this mindfulness is the energy, the rope that ties the monkey to the tree, and then your mind quietens down, just like the monkey is quietened down. Okay? So, breathing in, you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, in. Once again, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, in. Wonderful. So continue and I will sing you a song. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I am solid as a mountain. I am fresh as a dew. I am solid as a mountain. I am firm as the earth. I am free. I am free. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true. And I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free. I am free. I am free. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower. I am fresh as the dew. I am solid as a mountain. I am firm as the earth. I am free. I am free. I am free. Truly feel from deep inside your heart that you're finally free from the bondage of the five senses, of always grasping at external objects. You're finally inside your own mind, where we naturally are and should be. That's our birthright, to come back to ourselves. Our natural, our true home is inside, not the house that you go back to daily, but it is in your inner universe, in your own mind. All the answers to all your problems are right inside of you. If only you care to look, you will find the entire universe within you, and the happiness, which can only come about, the true happiness, through being in the present moment. So once again, you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Wonderful. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. And if you hear external sounds like the birds, use them as bells of mindfulness. Bells of mindfulness. You tell yourself, listen, listen. These wonderful sounds bring me back to my true nature, to my true home. Listen, listen. Wonderful chirping of this bird brings me back to my true self. Listen, listen. This wonderful sound brings me back to my true self. So whatever sounds that are, instead of pushing it away or following it, use them as bells of mindfulness and bring them into your practice, including my singing. I'm going to sing one more song for you today. Continue your breathing in and breathing out, and don't forget to focus on your in and out breath. And that's all you need to do, nothing else. That's all. Forget about the past. The past is gone. It's never coming back, and we can never change it. And the future has not yet come. So why worry? When we're clinging to the past, the future, let go. Let go and gently bring your mind back to your breath. And if you're grasping at something that you like, you have become attached and fallen in love with the bird, gently let go and bring your mind back to your breath. If you dislike the sound or the smell or whatever it is, let go. It doesn't matter. My job now is just to look at my in breath and out breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry. Truly, the only moment which is truly available to you is the present moment. True happiness, which is here and now. Nowhere to go, nothing to do except watch your breath. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm wonderful. So now we go to our third pranayama. So we did the one nostril pranayama, then we did the both nostril pranayama conjoined with anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing in and breathing out. And that now we go to the breath of fire. Okay? So once again, your right hand over your left hand. Okay? So you're in this position to ground you onto your meditation cushion so that you're stable and you don't fall off. Okay? So right, be in a comfortable position. You may stretch your legs if you want to, that's fine. So just be comfortable and be happy and put a smile on your face, because coming back to our true home is truly a cause for joy. So now breathe in. So if you're a first timer, you have never heard of this technique before, you can observe me before trying. So the idea is to fill your chest and your stomach with deep breath. So take a very deep breath and suck up as much air as possible from the atmosphere. Fill up your inner cavity, and then you breathe out 10 times. 10 short breaths. Okay? Watch me. So I breathe out by pressing my diaphragm or my stomach. I'm breathing out through my stomach. So the air is being pushed out by pressing, towards my stomach wall and not my chest. Do not breathe out and push your chest. Do not harm your rib cage. Okay, once again, watch me breathing in, put a smile on your face, and breathe out 10 times. Okay, so you can take 3 minutes to do it on your own, right? So do you get it? Do you get the hang of it? Yeah, so please, this is called breath of fire. So please practice on your own without my interference. Try, try, try. I will try one more. So let's all together. One more time. Breathe in and then 10 short breaths out. So it is at your own pace, your own rhythm. Don't follow me. Not too fast, not too slow. Just relax and expunge all the negative energies out of your body. Maybe one more time. So when you do the final time, think very strongly that you have expunged all the stale air, the negative chi, the negative energy that you collected the whole day, maybe even the whole life. Yeah, okay. So let's do our bodies a favor, our minds a favor. Breathe in and don't forget to put a smile on your face. Back straight. So traditionally we do this 108 times. Yes. But I only asked you to do 10 times and I know the more you are good at it, the more you want to do it, right? So 10 times wasn't enough. You wanted to do more than 10. And that's because actually we have the capacity to do until 108 at least. Yeah. Just by being take one deep breath and you can do it 108 times. Yeah. So you can do it in your own time and space. So the idea is you do it 10 times today, 15 tomorrow, maybe the day after 20, 25, slowly, incremental. Yeah. Penny. Oh my goodness, I really have to make sure. Sorry, the YouTube viewers, you're going to be unplugged very soon if I don't do something about this. Can you help me quickly? Which one is it? This one is not plugged in. Okay, I think we take out and put it somewhere else. This one is mine. Okay, we can. This one. We plug it in. This whole thing. No, this one. Yes. No. Not this one. Not this one. Um, this one. Let me see which is the one. Yeah. This one. Where does this go to? Oh no.